Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Broomfield, Colorado. We are at the Canine Rehabilitation and Conditioning Group. I'm here with Lori, the owner of 3 locations. Over 8 years, been providing a great service to dogs and their owners out here. Let me ask you, what got you involved in this type of industry?
Well, my dog 9 years ago had a shoulder issue that it was questionable what the issue was as far as whether surgery was needed. So it would have been exploratory surgery. I found a physical therapist that offers canine rehabilitation, and I just saw what an amazing thing that was. I wanted to bring this to everyone. Decided to write a business plan and open up our first location in Englewood 8 years ago.
Wonderful, great facility you have here. So let me ask you, the dogs that come here as far as rehabilitation, are they referred by local veterinarians, by a clinic? How does that work?
They are, yes. We work with all local veterinarians. They refer in, as well as people are also looking for options, so they find us on the web or they find out from a friend.
What kind of dog can benefit here from?
Sure. Post-operative dogs, so dogs that have knee, shoulder, back injuries, so we're helping them to rehabilitate after the surgery, but also general injuries for athlete dogs or just your regular pet at home, and then also geriatric dogs. As they get older, they get arthritis, they have a number of conditions just like we do as people, so the physical therapy can really help them.
Like you say, as we do with people, it seems like they have the same thing we do. They get old, they have obesity problems, they've got everything, all the above. You've taken kind of a natural approach here. Tell me about some of the services you offer as far as acupuncture and that type of thing.
We offer the physical therapy and the holistic options. They work very well together. We offer acupuncture, chiropractic. All of our therapists are certified in both. They're either physical therapists or vets. Along with the acupuncture and chiropractic, we also do nutritional counseling and herbal treatments. So there's a lot of things that work integratively with the Western medicine, and we can help a lot of different animals that way.
Wonderful. And you talked about nutrition as well, as far as supplements and that type of thing.
Correct. Supplements, they, just like you as humans, you take the glucosamines and things like that as you start to get achy joints. The dogs need that as well, so we help them with that.
Wonderful. Obviously, you have a staff here that has to love animals. That's number one prerequisite. But we're talking about certified therapists. Is that correct?
That is correct. Veterinarians and physical therapists that are certified in canine rehabilitation. So it's a postgraduate certification. And then also vet techs that are also certified in canine rehab.
Like you say, if they've gone through a problem, but we're talking about dogs not just only gone through a problem, but we're talking about conditioning, and that's where the kind of fun rec room comes in. Tell me about this wonderful indoor rec pool that you've got.
Yes, just to let you know how that came about, one of my dogs was dying of bone cancer, and she loved to swim, and I always said I'd either have a pool in my house or a business with a pool. So the recreational pool helps healthy dogs to stay healthy all year long. They can swim, come in an open swim environment, or reserve the pool just for themselves.
And so this is a great facility for somebody, let's say, that has a pet out there, they're getting into shows or anything like that. It's great for that as well.
It is. We condition a lot of show dogs, and a lot of them actually have won in the shows because of the conditioning. The underwater treadmill helps to build muscle bulk and really get them in shape for those shows. And then athlete dogs, agility dogs, flyball dogs, all those kinds of dogs that are athletes, it really helps to keep them in condition as well.
Healthy, safe, fun environment for the owner as well as the dog.
It is. Everyone has fun.
As far as that part of the program, are they able to drop in, and what kind of hours do you keep?
They can drop in. Almost every day we have drop-in open swims. There are 3 days where we have reserved times where people actually book the time for their dog. That allows people with aggressive dogs to be able to swim, so they're not left out of the fun as well.
And speaking of the water, we've got the pool on one side, which is a very large pool, by the way. It's very cool. But we've also, I got to see a little hydrotherapy going on. Tell me how that works.
Yes, within the physical therapy we have manual options, but we also have hydrotherapy. So we have underwater treadmills and what we call an endless pool, which is a pool with jets on the end. And so the dogs that are rehabilitating, we use a lot of hydrotherapy to help get them back in shape.
Wonderful. And I notice also on the staff there, you got a lot of cutting-edge technology folks going on here. We're talking about some of the laser therapy, electrical stimulation. Touch on that a little bit for me.
Yes, the manual therapies, we utilize cold laser, therapeutic ultrasound, electrostimulation, massage, a lot of different things to help get the dog back, their muscles working again, and also to relieve pain. In conjunction with maybe some of the Western meds that they're taking, these therapies help to reduce that pain and possibly reduce that medication level.
Any part of the program here that a dog owner out there would feel their dog would benefit from, and quite honestly, it seems to me you've covered the wide gamut. Are they able to go online and possibly apply right there?
Yes, definitely. All the information is on our website at www.dog-swim.com. It has our hours, our locations, and all of the therapies that we offer.
Kristen, let me ask you this. You're working on dogs today, helping through therapy. As basically I spoke with Lori earlier, she was talking about how dogs get old, humans get old. Tell me how the geriatric process works as far as therapy goes.
You know, it's very specific to the dog. In general, most older dogs, they don't move as much, they don't move as fast. I tell my clients a lot, imagine sitting for a movie marathon for 6 hours and not getting up. We hurt when we get up from that movie marathon. Think about a 14-year-old dog that sleeps 10 hours a day and stays in the same place, in the same position the whole time. They can become extremely sore even from that. We know that when they get older, they do develop arthritis, they do develop some weaknesses, they can develop particular problems specific to geriatric patients. But the biggest part is that to be able to continue to keep them moving and to keep them feeling good can actually help both their mental and their physical health. What I do is I talk to the owners about, okay, what are they doing at home? What is hard for them? What is easy for them? How do they spend their days? And we modify their at-home exercise or their at-home activities to make it easier for them to move, to make it easier for them to get up, and to potentially enhance their ability to get up and move on a daily basis. And from a rehab perspective, we work on loosening up tight muscles, we work on helping with pain control, we work on strength, we work on flexibility. And by combining all of those and working through the different layers, because a lot of geriatric patients, they do not just have one problem. It's the problem of they started out with one thing, and then all the muscles that get tight from that continue to get tighter and tighter and tighter. So you're working through different layers of compensations and muscle tension and pain, and you have to work through those layers to get to the primary problem and go from there.
Interesting. Pretty much like humans. We start off with one thing, before you know it, there's something else going on.
The biggest part is that they can't really tell us, okay, this hurts more than that, and this hurts over here. They can tell us to some degree, but they can't tell us, in actual verbal words. So
that's quite an art to do that, I would imagine. Some of the techniques that you use, I noticed some hydrotherapy going on. What else do you guys offer here?
We offer manual therapy, which has to do with tractioning, strengthening, stretching. We work with laser therapy. We use a cold laser therapy that helps with decrease in pain, increasing endorphins, which are our natural opiates or morphines in our bodies. We work on heat and cold and using that to help with muscle tension and trigger points and painful areas. Again, we use hydrotherapy with that a lot of times by just taking some weight off of their limbs and off of their bodies and allowing them to move more normally. Their body starts to loosen up and to move better. We use exercises. We use, whether they're standing, moving, it's dependent on the dog. We do a lot of massage as well, a whole lot of massage along with the manual therapies, and that can be very, very beneficial. But the biggest part is just getting them moving again.
Quite a few tools in your arsenal.
Absolutely. Acupuncture is something else that I do as well.
Wonderful. Folks, once again, that location is right on the bottom of the screen there, but keep in mind we're talking about 3 different locations serving Colorado here, and so you definitely want to find a place there. It's easy enough, or maybe you're someone out there that would like to offer this kind of service. I'm sure that they can take care of you and walk you through the steps and get you set up for that as well. Folks, once again, check them out there. They have a Facebook link where you can share right to the Facebook page there as well and share with your friends, and keep in mind their contact information at the bottom of the screen right there. We are talking about the Canine Rehabilitation and Conditioning Group, not only for dogs that possibly have had problems with post-operative problems, geriatrics, obesity, but we're talking about keeping your dog healthy and fun. That's good for everyone.
Everyone, and we also offer therapies to cats too.
Also offer therapies to cat? I was unaware of that. I'm glad you mentioned that. Folks, that is the Canine Rehabilitation, basically helping dogs get the most out of life. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.